Alright, this is going to be a 100% case guide and 5-star rating guide for the driver's seat.
They really pushed you through quick, didn't they? 6 years on patrol before I got to this desk. You were here 5
Mary says it.
What do you want me to say?
Now, the first rule when going for 5 stars
You know this
is
place?
not to drive.
Sure. Near the old gas works and signal depot in the warehouse.
You do that by holding Y.
I'll direct.
Because you don't want to
Tell me a little
risk
about yourself.
hitting stuff or people, because it does affect your rating. So it's better just to fast travel. Okay, we arrive at the first crime scene. And what we're gonna do first
You giving me the hi-hat?
is look in the car. Get the clue for a blood splash.
Lost a lot of blood.
There's a lot of blood in the car, yeah, that's for sure. You come to the back and open the trunk. Pick this one up, receipt for the live hog. It's our second clue.
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a live pig yesterday?
Then we're gonna pick up the tire and iron's not a clue, so you can just leave that there. And we're gonna pick up the wallet. And click on the driver's license for our next clue. And
32
some
years
new POIs.
old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?
The photo's not a clue, don't worry about it. The glasses are a clue, we're gonna pick them up next. And tilt them to look at the brand name. Stenzel.
Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it.
Put that down. And we're gonna walk over here to get the bloody pipe.
Brand name might give us something.
Now we're gonna go to our first interview with
My guess.
well, first we're gonna wanna talk to this guy. It's important later, so make sure you talk to
Doc,
him.
Detective Phelps, what have we got?
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. Victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
Now we're gonna talk to Nate Wilkie.
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car. Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Now for purpose at scene.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
He is telling the truth.
Did you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Now,
Do
next
you know
question.
Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
Now for knowledge of Adrian Black, he is also telling the truth.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regularly, so it kind of stood out.
And for next question,
Qualified
contents
car.
of the
Was
wallet.
there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
This one's pretty obvious. Hit doubt.
Do you want the patrolman to hold you down while we turn out your pockets, Mr. Wilkie?
Maybe I checked inside that wallet. Not that I was gonna steal anything. Maybe
Sure.
I took a look. But there weren't no money in there.
Yeah, sure.
Not even change.
Now,
We
bloodstained
found a steel pipe
pipe.
with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
He's also telling the truth.
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Look dry already.
And that's
Thank you
4
for your
out of
help,
4.
Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Next. Oops,
Gonna
wrong
inform the
button.
wife, fellas.
Next, we are gonna
Done
go
here, we'll
to Black Residence. And we certainly are not driving.
You know the way. You can drive.
You can drive if you want, but just be aware that causing vehicle damage, hitting people, and running into stuff affects your ratings, so. Now we're here. We're not going to interview her right away.
You talk to her, Phelps.
Just
I'm
a
not good at this
minute.
shoulder to cry on stuff.
We should just kick the door open.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
Okay.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh, no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window. At the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Alright.
Well, let's check the place out.
First things first.
Have a good look around. There's got to be something in here to go on.
There's a newspaper right here. And our first clue is right here.
Kavanaugh's.
We can investigate further. Find out.
Maybe Adrian was a patron. Aren't I should have an address.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the kitchen. And look at the Insta-Heat flyer for our next clue. Gonna flip it over. Get our next clue. Then our next clue is right next to it. The receipt.
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
Not quite yet. We're gonna go into the bedroom first. The glass cases are our next clue.
This must be Adrian's.
We're gonna open them up.
Stencil. So the glasses are a match.
And our next clue is right beside it. This picture. Can investigate further. Open it up and see the message in the back.
To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
Now there's one more clue inside. And that is right here. The train ticket.
A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Yeah, oh, wrong way. Oop, wow, I'm all disoriented. We're gonna run around outside, back here.
No use leaving the thing half finished.
We're gonna put this together. This copper pipe goes here. This pipe goes here. This one goes here. And the last piece goes right there. And you'll get your next clue.
So the pipe missing from Mr.
Well,
Black's
updated
here is
clue.
the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
Now, there's one more thing we're gonna do. And that is use the telephone to find out the address of the bar.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thanks, ma'am.
Now we're gonna interrogate her.
Detectives.
Slaughterhouse receipt.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
And she's telling the truth.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
Next one, Kavanaugh's
Your
Bar
husband frequents
matchbook.
Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
She's telling the truth.
So Adrian spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
The location
Did
of
your
Adrian
husband tell you
Black.
where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
She's telling the truth.
Nothing out of the usual then.
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
And
Does your
for the
husband
glass
have glasses
cases.
when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
She's telling the truth.
Go on.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They looked terrible.
A photograph
Tell us
signed.
about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
She's lying.
There's plenty to tell. You just won't tell it. You're lying about the photograph, Mrs. Black.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive. But I guess you know that. I told you what I know about the picture.
Sure. And you're going to choose concealed message.
What about Nicole, Mrs. Black? Was your husband going to leave you for her?
I've seen the photo frame. He thinks I'm stupid. But women sense these things. I don't know if he intended to leave me or if it was just a fling. God only knows. I only want to know that he's safe.
Now the last question.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? Oh, what an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
She's telling the truth.
Is there anyone who can vouch for that?
Well, no. I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and waited, but he never came home.
We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Black.
Please do, Detective.
Alright, we're done with this area. And now we're gonna go to the bar.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Lay that pistol down.
Okay,
Hey,
now
I
we're
know
gonna go
you.
to the bar.
No, you don't.
You looking for someone?
And we're gonna talk to this guy right here.
Who's asking?
Cole Phelps, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know him.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
Link
We
to
found
abandoned
Black's car
vehicle.
abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
He's lying.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
And that would be the receipt for the live hog.
You were there, Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car. It has your name on it. We can call the slaughter yard and nail you on it.
All right already. That fool Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle. He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked.
Okay, the last
Where
question
exactly
we're
is
gonna
Black
ask him.
holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
We're gonna doubt.
I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan. Spill it, or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
He's holed up at my place. He's waiting for some money to come through before he blows town.
An address?
It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2.
I think that's all. Thanks for your help, Morgan. We appreciate it.
Hey, I'm just glad I could help. I love cops.
Cuff him, let him go. It's up to you, Phelps. There's no way I'm right.
And what you want to do is arrest him.
Top of my class.
Now the next part is important.
You got Morgan's address? Let's get over to his apartment.
That you drive yourself, or else you won't get the next clue. Just be very careful driving and use your siren. Siren helps traffic stay
I've met
out
some
of
pretty
the
good
way.
liars in my time. People who sound convincing because they actually believe their own bullshit. Huh. Type is clever. Hard to catch
There's always a
up.
ton of
Frank
traffic.
Morgan is not one of those people.
No, he is not.
ATPL calling car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Message from Technical Services. Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE freight depot is not human. Repeat.
This is our next clue right here.
Positional analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Roger, KGPL.
Right there is why we're driving.
Reel this guy in,
Just got the last clue, swine. Almost at the end of the mission. Just is right here.
Let's check the place out. Come on.
Go and look at the mailboxes. Apartment 2. Okay.
Apartment 2.
Walk up. Knock on the door.
Help me,
There's our
gentlemen?
suspect.
LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from LA. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
We're gonna climb up here.
There's no point running, Adrian. Mr. Black, get back here right now.
And that's the end.
It's over,
Right
Adrian. Stop
now.
right there, Adrian.
And come on. Oh my god. Fucking loading takes forever. Case report. 5 stars.